Guys, what is up? It is your boy, Chris Colgan, probably the world's worst sneaker reviewer, but the world's quickest sneaker reviewer.
Just to let you know, I'm not a sneakerhead.
I've noticed your shoes while I've been around you. Yes, I have.
Hi, I'm Kenny Klaus, and this is State 48 Homeowner.
Welcome back to the State 48 Homeowner Podcast, and today we're talking about sneakerheads and the way that you want to store your shoes without annoying everybody in your house. And today we've got a special guest all the way from DMV.
Yes,
out
sir.
On the East Coast.
Sir.
We got Chris Colgan, a good
What's
friend
up,
of mine.
Man? How are you?
So, Chris, you're a real estate guy.
Yep.
But you're also incredibly well known for your shoe expertise.
My sneaker game. Yes, I'm really well known for my sneaker game. Yep.
Just to let you know, I'm not a sneakerhead.
I've noticed your shoes while I've been around you. Yes, I have.
And most of my friends are. And they make fun of me. I got a lot of musician friends, and so they got the sneaker game going on pretty strong. And so I did bring one of mine that you'll love. I do have my AUAs.
Yeah, like you cut grass in those or something. I don't even know what.
Yeah, it's the Amazon Under Armour.
Yeah, Amazon Under Armours. Yeah.
You know this stuff incredibly well.
Yeah, very well.
So how many shoes do you have right now?
So it actually, the hype of it calmed down a little bit. And so it's not as, it's kind of like calmed down a little bit as like far as popularity. But I probably have like 70, 80 pairs, but I've kind of actually been taking my collection down to more like super valuable ones that I really want that I know are going to be harder and harder to get. So, but yes, I still have a lot, but I pretty much like outside of
is that any way tied to the fact that you got married?
Not really, but a little bit. But yeah, you have to do a little bit of, once you get married and you're into sneakers, you have to do a little bit of finessing. You know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, well this is why I have this is why I have that, and this is why this makes sense, and you can always sell it. Yeah. So, but yeah, I have a pretty large collection for sure.
So, when we talk about sneakerheads, what kind of shoes, for the most part, are we talking about?
So if you're like a true sneakerhead, it's going to be like retro Jordan. So like Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s, 11s, and then Nike skateboarding, which is Nike SB. Those are like really popular as well. So those would be like true sneakerheads, and then like Yeezy used to be really popular, but that's kind of like went away. But yeah, anything like retro Jordan 4 would probably be the most popular one, and then the Nike SBs are super popular.
So what about the Klaus
yeah,
team?
Those are Air Jordan 1 highs that have, I like the blue, but I mean, I'm not really feeling the logos all over. Call Klaus first. You know what? Yeah, you know what though? You could wear it. You could get away with those. I think you should. Why aren't you wearing those?
Well, if they actually existed, they're just digital.
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
that'd be hard to make. Nike might have a problem with it, but yeah,
I'm not going to get away with Airwalk or Under Armour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when they're collecting, they're not just getting them retail.
No, I mean, so like I personally wear my pairs, but yeah, most people say you can like hit on. So Nike has the sneakers app, which is like an app that they run, and they kind of do like a lottery system, and their algorithm's pretty good. Like it'll know if you've tried and lost out a lot. And so if it's a really hype shoe, then like they will only then like you only have like a limited chance to get it. Some people will just hit on them and then resell them, but like I usually will keep my stuff for the most part. But yeah, or people go to like local sneaker boutique stores or their websites like StockX and GOAT. Things like that make sure it's all real, that you're getting, because there is a lot of like fakes in the sneaker game for sure.
And how do you know that it's real? Because I've seen fakes before, and I've seen them sitting right next to a real one. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, so there's apps out there, like one would be Poison, and then the other one's called Legit Check. You can send them like pictures, and then they'll tell you if it's real or not. And the telltale sign is like the stitching underneath the sole. Because like Nike makes it really hard for like the fakes to like get those, like the way their machine does it. And then usually I can kind of look at them like the quality of it, but some of the fakes are honestly nicer than the real ones. but that depends. But and Nike does a pretty good job of making sure like they don't get out in time. And then when they do, by that time the fake stuff's a little bit behind. Then also like, if you see a kid wearing like I've seen some kids wearing like these off-white UNC Jordan 1s, like the school that Michael Jordan went to. And I'm like, those are like $5,000 shoes. I know those aren't real. I mean, you wouldn't be wearing those to high school, or like anywhere else. So yeah, so that's another telltale sign. Yeah.
So let's talk about storing them.
Yeah.
So how are people storing it? Is it only closet? Is it?
So like I actually have mine like out in the open on like shelves. So you can go get this, like it's called a Billy shelf at IKEA, and like sneakers fit on there perfectly for display. So I store mine out in the open, believe it or not, in the primary bedroom. So but I had that set up before I got married, so she couldn't say anything. It was
in the prenup.
Yeah, exactly. It was in the prenup. Yeah. Or the like, your closet and all that. And then I've actually seen like separate rooms. And then I have like a buddy that has all kinds of things. The problem with sneakers though, if you don't have them out in the elements, and they're just, if they're just in a box and never come out, like they can actually like start to rip apart after a few years, especially like those Jordans. So you kind of like got to get them displayed and out in the air and all that, like the different adjustments. Or like the glue, like literally will come apart, and then you don't want like the sun beaming on them, or they'll get like discolored. Yeah.
So, and then I'm sure certain lighting.
Yeah, like lighting, all that can really. Yeah, and then like LED lights. Like I have LED lights around mine. You can do all kinds of different things for sure. Or like, and also like a big thing is like color coding them, or you just have like your Jordan 1s together, your Jordan 4s in another section. Yeah, that's like really popular too.
And I've seen that there's some people that will just display one of the two shoes.
Yeah.
And keep the other. But is that going to make it so one of them's color faded and the other one, so when you
probably
go out to wear them?
Yeah. Like I've seen like a good example would be like a real thing that's really popular in the sneaker game is like doing a collab. So like Virgil Abloh, unfortunately passed away. He owned Off-White. And he was really popular. And so like his things are now getting to be like 4 or 5 years old. And you'll see some where they actually have turned yellow. Like the shoe has, because people kept them out like in the sunlight all the time, or like they were sitting on a window or something. And then that just like completely devalues them. So like mine, I kind of keep them in the dark area of the room, But yeah, you can. So like, yeah, you definitely want to keep them out of that. Yeah.
So closets, shelves.
Yeah, closets, shelving. You mean like I'll tell you, like one time I got an estimate to get like a custom like closet for my sneakers, and it was like crazy. So like those like where there's like each cubby. So I was like, what the heck, So then I that's when I went to those IKEA like Billy bookshelves, and those like look really well. If you're ever like on scrolling on like TikTok or Instagram, and you'll see like a lot of these like girls, a lot of them are in Europe, and you'll see like they have rooms full of them. A lot of those girls get the IKEA stuff as well, and then like closets to everything. Yeah, that's mainly, or even like I've seen some pretty cool display cases. Yeah, it all depends.
This episode is brought to you by Klaus Team Real Estate Solutions, powered by Real Broker. At the Klaus Team, we're focused on making sure our clients have the most solutions, the solid representation and risk mitigation they deserve, and an incredible experience from day one. For us, it's about 212. At 211 degrees, water's hot. At 212 degrees, water boils. Boiling water produces steam, and steam can power a locomotive. It's that one extra degree that makes all the difference. At the Klaus Team, we go the extra degree to make your real estate journey exceptional before, during, and after your purchase or sale. For us, it's not just about a transaction. From buying your dream home to purchasing wealth through investments, our 212 experience ensures outstanding service every step of the way. But don't just take our word for it. Check out our client reviews on Google or at klausteam.com/reviews. We're Klaus Team Real Estate Solutions, your real estate partner for life. So what's the craziest setups that you've seen for storage?
Oh man, just like my friend of mine's friend with the rapper Offset, and he went to his house and he like sent me a picture, and it was like 10-foot ceiling, 10, 15-foot ceilings all the way up, all his shoes, displayed on all the shelves, glass cases for like ones that he was given that were maybe like for a concert tour that were like custom Jordans, things like that. That's usually the craziest. And then I have seen like some athletes around here that maybe have like just a room dedicated to them or like their master closet or whatever. So I've seen some pretty just crazy. There's some pretty crazy things, and sneakers are really popular. So you will see like some pretty crazy setups. And I have a pretty crazy setup at my house. Like I have these like individual shelves, and again, IKEA, but they were meant to like put like pots on or something, or like pottery on, and they go up like 8 each, and then I have each of my sneakers on there going up.
So how do you decide which sneakers you're going to wear and which ones you're just going to keep on display?
The one, like, so my big thing is, since I'm in real estate, it's like if the bottom of it's white or the shoe's white, I really won't wear those out as much because then it's like they're going to get dirty. So then like more like the darker ones I'll put out, or like I'll kind of go through a different rotation or like things like that. Different colors, but yeah, that's kind of like how I decide. But for the most part, I wear most of mine. I will tell you though, some Jordans are uncomfortable. Like those Jordan 4s that I mentioned are really uncomfortable. So like you ain't gonna be wanting to walk around Disney World in a pair of them all day. You know what I'm saying? You'd want to wear your dad Under Armour shoes, So yeah, and so but like there's certain ones that I have kept away that people don't even know I have the pairs. Because I'm like, I don't want that, like that. I have them like stored away almost like a safe. So there's definitely some cool pairs.
You've got that special security system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where like a gun goes off if you go near it, and like a net shoots at you. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about shoe content. So when people follow you, what kind of content are they expecting to get?
The thing that I found with content, right, is like what people really like is like something interesting and like quick hitting. So like pictures, like I used to be really big in getting early pairs, like meaning like the sneaker wasn't out yet, and that you can still do that, but you have to pay a premium. And then I would get like exclusive pictures up, things like that. And then like a lot of the bigger blogs like Nice Kicks or Sneaker News would repost me. People like to see that. And then what happens is the algorithm picks up on that, because then people will be like, oh man, those are great. I can't wait for those, or they don't like them. That does well. Then like your personal collection, like people like to see things like that. But a lot of like in the sneaker game, it's definitely like a lot of like quick hitting, 8 to 10 second reels, and then really like good, unique photos for sure.
So where are they going to find you?
So my sneaker one's at Chris Colgan. I actually have a guy that helps me run that page. So we post a lot of content on there. And I've gotten like brand deals from it. I've had celebrities hit me up, from like Drake's people to just like major athletes, things like that. So I'm on there. And then another thing that's really popular for content is like customs. So like I have a friend that makes custom sneakers. He's made some for LeBron James. And like I'll post mine up that he's done for me, and those like always take off like crazy. Like we did a pair of like that looks like the brand, the color Tiffany, like the baby blue one. We did like some of like a Nike swoosh with theirs on a pair of my shoes, and those like went viral like crazy. So just doing like unique content, I think really helps. But you got to be super, super consistent for sure.
So you can do one on the Klaus team sneaker, and that
the
one's
Klaus
going to go
sneaker,
viral.
I think that would actually break the internet.
Yeah.
That would break the internet. It would break something, but I don't know what it would be, So yeah, no, man, definitely. Yeah. And like sneakers, here's what I tell people really quick. I'll end this with this. Especially if you have a significant other that's trying to talk you out of it, you can always sell them, So you can go to your local sneaker. I just traded 15 pairs for one pair. So like you can always sell, like resell them. That's what I like about collecting sneakers, man. But I appreciate you having me on, man.
And speaking of that though, is the investment generally working up or working down?
Generally it's working up, and it's almost like the stock market. Like you can go on StockX and you can see where they have gone up through the times. The ones that like anything that's like Travis Scott, the rapper, his things are very, very popular. Stuff like, and then there's a brand called on the West Coast called Cactus Plant Flea Market. They're really popular, but they do it with Nike. And so any of those type of collabs, but yeah, you can look at the history, and pretty much for the most part, they go up, some of them perform better than stocks. Now that you got to keep it dead stock, meaning like never wear it. But if you want it to go like top dollar, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's people out there making a living off these sneaker stores,
And make sure you're staying educated on what shoes to invest in.
Yeah. There's been a couple pairs there recently that like tanked, that they were like going for high dollar, and they've gone down a lot. So it's a really interesting thing. Yeah, but I wouldn't
probably especially if you're getting a shoe and the person associated with the shoe gets canceled.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, which that actually happened to Travis Scott. He had that incident. His things went down, and then, but then I guess Nike kind of stood by and they let the thing go, and then it came right back, and now he's popular than ever again. So, yeah.
All right, if you want to follow more on those shoes, check it out on Instagram, Chris Colgan.
Yeah, dude, appreciate you having me on.
All right, take it easy.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for spending time with us this week at State 48 Homeowner, the ins and outs of owning an Arizona home. You can connect with us for more information, submit topics you'd like us to further discuss. You can see relevant videos, give us feedback, answer your real estate questions, and more at state48homeowner.com.